Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Everton have announced that they have increased season ticket prices for next season. The Blues are currently frozen season ticket prices for the last 10 years. We did have some indication, I think it was December time, Denise Barrett-Baxendale saying there was a need to increase season ticket prices going forward as Everton transition from Goodison Park to Bramley-Moore Dock. Some people thought it'd just be one big hit, moving from Goodison into Bramley-Moore Dock where it go up, but it seems as though the club are going to do a gradual increase so that when we get to Bramley-Moore, the prices are a couple of £100 more than what you're paying now. It's the increase across the board is around 10%. It's slightly less in some areas and slightly more in others, but on average it's around a 10% increase for next season. Adult prices, one of the headline takeaways is adult prices start from £465 and that equates to less than £25 per game. That's what the club are leading with. There are direct debit options available. You can get 12-month direct debit now. Some people are opting for that, so obviously you can spread the cost of that, make it a little bit more affordable. It is difficult. Listen, it's difficult to talk about price increases at any time, particularly at the moment, given the financial landscape with energy companies putting prices up and everything seems to be moving up. And that's not necessarily reflected in wages and cost of living and stuff like that. So, you know, people will find it a bit more difficult, but the club have put the prices out and it is what it is. The window for renewal opens on Tuesday, the 22nd of February, 2022. There's lots of different time scales then for renewing your seat and for new, people who are on the waiting list when they get notified. But it is going to be an increase, and I imagine it's the first of a few before we get to Bramley-Moore Dock. Yerry Mina has been offered to Brazilian side Flamengo, according to his agent. Flamingo, not a bird, is it? Flamengo boss Paulo Sousa apparently wants Yerry Mina to play alongside David Luiz and Rodrigo Tchau in his midfield. Mina has got just over a year left of his contract, and obviously the feeling is he's Everton's best centre-back. That is the feeling. I think that's proven by the stats as well. However, he's never fit. This season in particular, he's just had one injury after the other. And it's a huge blow. Obviously, he got injured at Newcastle last week and is out for 10 weeks or something like that. So he's not going to return till late April. And that's just no good for the defender who's played, I think, 10 times this season. So for Everton, they quite clearly need a centre-back who can be relied on, who's dependable, but also is that leader that Mina is. So maybe moving to Brazil is something that appeals to him. Warmer conditions might be more conducive to his body, obviously a lot closer to his home in Colombia. So yeah, that's a story coming out of the Brazilian press today. Former Everton striker Kevin Campbell believes Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison can steer the Blues away from any relegation worries. The pair of them partnered each other on Saturday against Leeds in a 3-0 win. Neither player scored, although Richarlison thought he had, but both played excellently for Everton and were clearly a springboard for the Blues to go on and sweep aside the Leeds side. Campbell said the pair are a real handful for any defence. There aren't many teams who have two strikers like the Blues do, and that can steer them away and get them higher up the table if they can, Dominic Calvert-Lewin can get fit as soon as possible. And that is it. Dom is just working his way back to fitness, isn't he? He's back in the side at the weekend, put in a good performance, and it's hopefully building on that now. But this is, Rio Ferdinand said the same kind of thing last week with Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison up front. Everton won't be in trouble, and if Everton can create chances for those two, then I think we can win a lot more games. Certainly Kevin Campbell believes that. And finally, Everton's under-18 side beat Derby County 2-0 at Finch Farm this afternoon, and that moves the Blues up to 4th in the Premier League North table. An own goal from Harry Hawkins and Isaac Heath were enough to give Paul Tate's men all 3 points. And that was after beating Nottingham Forest at the weekend as well. So back-to-back wins without conceding a goal for Paul Tate's men. That is it for the daily. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and if you want more videos, join us on Patreon. The link is in the description. See you later.